All right, welcome everyone here to the Terrace, the Trojan Trench. I'm Andy O'Hara. With me here tonight, Abby Veers, Kenny Barnhart, Caden on sideline camera, and as always, the Hall of Famer Ryan Lim. They're here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSAA Champions Network, as Triton will welcome in Lakeland Christian Academy here tonight. Triton with a 2-1 record, coming off of a loss against NorthWood on Friday night, and the Cougars coming in with a win against Hamilton, their first conference win of the year, as they come in 1-2 on the year. Neal Frantz in his second season, 12-17 record, and of course Jason Groves, the head coach of the Trojans, in his 21st year coaching, 347 wins to 151 losses. This series dating back to the 2019-2020, where Triton has won every contest against the Cougars as we get set for pregame. But let's start with a little bit of what we had last game as Triton against NorthWood in that ball game. Landon Patrick, again, another nice defensive performance. Doesn't always put a lot of points up on the board. When he does, they're high-quality shots. He finds a way to get to the rim and make his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, he's always one of those that just sits back there on defense there. You might, at the beginning of the game, just kind of lay back, and then all of a sudden just pops his quickness out there, gets those steals, gets it down the court, gets other players to get the ball to him to get them to score.
He does such a nice job in transition. He makes sure he's patient going to the basket. Those are high-quality looks, and that type of patience is what you want to see with the guy attacking the rim, especially in fast break where you got to make it there one-on-one.
Yeah, get down there one-on-one. Know where that defender's at, but there those long arms reaching out there trying to grab them and go.
And of course, Jaden Overmeyer, he got a double-double in his first ball game, leading the team in rebounds this season. Again, doing nice things in the post.
Yeah, they're just aware where that basket's at. Just use the basket, the backboard, kind of to get that defender where he's not in a good spot to where he can block that shot and get that shot in.
And it's his second game with double-digit points. He had 15 the first game, 12 last game. Again, 6 rebounds in the last 2 contests. He is doing a very nice job. He may not have the height, but he really throws around that muscle.
Yeah, just that bulk there, just beating around and taking up space to get in a good spot, and then take a guy one-on-one and get that fake and get around him and get a good shot off.
And he really has quick feet, obviously. We see with being playing running back how quick he is attacking the basket. That feet is good, but his vision and his patience, we do be able to stop on a dime. I mean, this is a kid that can stop on a dime and leave 9 cents out there. So, I mean, he does a pretty good job.
Yeah, he's always right there. Let's say with this one-on-one, know where that basket's at and just get around through the defender and get a good shot off.
And with this group, but again, against a bigger, more physical opponent in NorthWood, Jaden has really done a nice job against some of the bigs between Plymouth, Oregon Davis, and NorthWood. Yes, it was a loss the other night, but Jaden Overmeyer really held his own against a guy that was 6'7".
That's what I was thinking the other night. When it first typed up for NorthWood, there's height, but yeah, it didn't seem to be as big of an issue.
And then Gage Riffle got that opening 3 to kind of lift the lid and kind of send this team on a scoring run. We know he's lethal from beyond the arc. Maybe not the quickest start for Riffle that we've seen, but he found other ways to contribute, getting rebounds, getting that big charge there. That was a big play for this group. I mean,
it's got hands up, got set up there, right in position to get that charge, get somebody getting in foul trouble down the road.
And for him, yes, it may not be the quickest start where he'd like to be shooting the basketball, but one thing we go back to what he was able to do in the scrimmage, what I really liked against Peru. He was finding other ways to contribute. Gage is a superior athlete. He plays quarterback. He sees the floor extremely well. For Gage, I would say just continue to set up your teammates. That shooting stroke's going to come because we see football players sometimes not translate to basketball right away. It might take a few games for them to get warmed up.
As long as they was going there and just getting that transition into basketball. Sometimes not used to how you're having to hold that ball. It's a little bit different.
Oh, it's a little bit different. The pass, obviously a pigskin versus a round basketball. It's a little bit different there. No laces, so you can't really throw a spiral out there. But Riffle does a really good job. We go back to last season where he was scoring the basketball at a high clip. We talked about the first game of the year and how he's able to score in bunches.
Yep, yeah, he finally gets that one to drop, and then it just kind of starts clicking and get going there. So, kind of knowing that, hey, it's not working yet tonight, but yet making that effort, drawing people away, getting other guys set up, getting that ball moved around. If you're not scoring, but get somebody else set up to score and do something good.
And you look at this Lakeland Christian team. This team comes in, yes, with a 1-2 record. Now, they played Caston. They were with Caston up to the halftime. Caston then pulled away in the second half there, but they really held their own against a very good Caston team. This is a team that I was talking to Coach before in the pregame. They don't turn the ball over. They play a real disciplined style of offense. They're going to play kind of in-your-face defense there, and they're going to hold their own defensively. Triton's going to have to be patient with the basketball, and especially on offense. going to have to be patient there when they're on offense because they can move the ball and they don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, there's just that patience just to look for a good shot, just going to make it work what they can.
And like I said, last year I was able to be there because I did film in that game. I don't know if Orion was there. Were you there last year or not? I don't think you were. At Lakeland Christian Academy. I don't think you were.
No.
So I think I went and did film by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So either way, so I went and did that. In that ball game, Triton kind of squeaked one out there. I mean, 48-32. It was predicted to be a blowout, but Lakeland Christian Academy, with their disciplined approach, Neal Frantz is a very good coach, and he has done a nice job at Lakeland Christian Academy, a team that went on a run last year and found themselves playing for a potential sectional championship. They played extremely well down the stretch. Like I said, 11-14, 3-3 in that Hoosier Plains Conference. I mean, a team that averaged 47 points, defensively allowed 51, but they went against some big hitters there as the game went on, or as the season went on. And of course, you look at their offensive splits, averaging 47, allowing 46. So Triton on possession, Kenny, is going to be a deal where if you don't score, you need to make the most of those offensive possessions because they're going to hold on to the basketball. That's going to be a matter of the clock where you're not going to there's no shot clock. You can take as much time as you need. Yeah,
they're going to just say sit out there and just try to draw Triton out and take that good shot. So you got to be, when you do have the ball, you just definitely need to take advantage of getting something scoring off of that.
And Triton, again, still out-rebounding opponents 90-68. Last game, they were out-rebounded by 4, but it's the first time this season they did not put up 30 or more rebounds in a ball game. But for this group, again, get back to rebounding the basketball, get back out and transition, make things happen. Jason Grosebout is one of the best head coaches in the state of Indiana, and while his approach and we'll have this program and what he runs, it's going to come down to the team and being disciplined and being able to move the basketball. So about 3 minutes away. We'll see if we get the pep band to play. As Kenny's still trying to get the stats to come across, or the
roster.
So of course earlier this evening, the Triton JV with only 2 quarters, winning 32-8, went on a 19-0 run there at the end of the first quarter, to where they propelled themselves 23-3. I mean, saw some good scoring again from guys, good ball movement yet again. So the Triton JV again gets a win back in their column, even though it was a half. That's the second game this season where they played only a half. Of course, Oregon Davis was the first game of the year where it was only a half. As they take the floor, we'll have their starters eventually. So, but again, then I'm trying to hear it tonight. You play Lakeland Christian. You host Pioneer on Friday for another. You host Pioneer on Friday.
Yep. And let's see if I remember right, Pioneer, that'll be their first game of the season.
That should be their first game of the year. So they're going to have football players that just got done playing a state championship coming in. So they may not be up to be as crisp as you'd like to be at that point in the season. Where Triton might be a little more crisp in that regard. But then again, they got after this week, 2 extremely tough games. They'll be hosting Bethany Christian a week from tonight, and then at Winnemac to round out the year, as that group will go down there, and a Winnemac team that's been playing some really good basketball as of late. Looking down here, Triton at home this season has done a real good job shooting the basketball. 46% shooting. They may have not gotten the shots to drop. They may not have been real great shooting here to start, as we've kind of expected them to be from last year. But again, rebounding the ball well, even being outmatched. But tonight, the size is a little more comparable, as you see 2 sides with the same as far as height advantage. Triton, it gets to go on their bench a little bit deeper tonight, where only half of JV was played. And last game, for coming off the bench, Triton had, coming into Friday night's game, they had 23 points coming off the bench and combining those first 2 games. And then for last game, only 3 points coming off the bench. So that was huge in that game against NorthWood, but a game where they came out firing on all cylinders, but then kind of went quiet as the game went on. But of a Triton, a thing to kind of feather to put in their cap against a team like NorthWood, getting back into it, as they get ready tonight to take on the Cougars of Lakeland Christian Academy, where their first 2 wins, their win was against Hamilton and losses against Caston and Culver. So this will be their 3rd Hoosier North Athletic Conference game. And, of course, for them, this will be a second game of a 3-game road stand before they make it back home. We'll take a quick break. We're going to turn it down to the PA announcer, Jordan Nickus, for the national anthem by the Triton Pep Band, and then those starting lineups by the PA announcer, Jordan Nickus. And after that, we'll be back right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Trojan Trench for tonight's contest between the Lakeland Christian Academy Cougars and your Triton Trojans. On behalf of the Triton community and the entire staff and student body of the Triton Junior Senior High School, we welcome LCA as our guest at tonight's contest. We ask that all fans and players demonstrate an attitude of respect and good sportsmanship throughout today's contest. Your cooperation and positive support are greatly appreciated. Now please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America in the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starters. First for the visitors, the Lakeland Christian Academy Cougars. A senior, number 12, Noah Hyham. A junior, number 14, Zayden Miller. A senior, number 21, Aaron Gauss. Junior, number 22, Jaden Moneyheffer. Junior, number 32, Isaiah Stahl. Head coach is Neal Frantz. Now get on your feet. Your Triton Trojans. A senior at guard, number 4, Landon Patrick. A sophomore, number 5, Jamison Swanson. A senior at forward, number 12, Jaden Overmeyer. At guard, a senior, number 20, Gage Riffle. Sophomore at guard, number 24, Brady Wood. Varsity is coached by Mr. Jason Groves. Your officials for today's contest are Sean Bahensky, Bryce Kaler, and Bob Schellinger.
All right, so the starting lineup's out there for both sides. Of course, no Julian Swanson here tonight, so Jamison will get his first ever varsity starting spot here this evening as Overmeyer and Gauze get ready to tip things off here this evening. Of course, that's going to mean Kenny, who's going to step up scoring the basketball. Of course, Abby's now joined us. She made it.
With minutes to spare.
Oh, you're good. Ball's up, and Triton will control the tip as Brady Wood going to leave it for Landon Patrick, and Triton will start with the basketball. Jason Groves call at the opening set. Uses that screen to his right for Patrick. Now skips it to the near side to Brady Wood, who's had himself a couple good nights of scoring here on his home floor. Patrick from the outside on the left wing retreats back. On over to Swanson. Jamison Swanson goes out to Brady Wood. Now he'll attack on the way through. Good defense there by knocking away, but he'll get a shot up. Partially blocked there by Gauze, and he gets the rebound, and the Cougars take over. Miller now with the basketball, stops and going to go to Gauze there on the left wing. Skips into the corner now as a 3 by Hyam connects, and the Cougars strike first. Swanson back the other way, and of course the Cougars showing off that good ball movement, disciplined offense, leading to points on the scoreboard early. Overmeyer hands it off to Swanson. Of course, Triton's first attempt was blocked by Gauze moments ago. Swanson stops on the elbow. Fadeaway jumper on the way. Can't drop it in. Rebound there to Money Heifer. Zayden Miller with the basketball, picked up by Swanson. Triton's going to settle into a man defense. Money Heifer gets it inside the top of the key. Goes to Gauze inside the left wing. Now he goes to work, backing down Overmeyer. Good step to the basket. Off the mark, no good. Riffle with the rebound. Riffle attacks, trying to fight through. Gets stopped there. Good defense by Miller, but Riffle can't get the drop in, and Gauze gets the rebound.
We've lost our scoreboard, so.
Oh.
Money Heifer now at the basketball, stops in the baseline, and a foul call, first foul call of the ball game.
Fouls on number 4, Landon Patrick.
Oh, finally closed. I think we're going to have to reset it, though.
Miller now triggers the inbound. Going to feed it to Money Heifer on the right side of the block. He goes to the left-handed hook shot, and Money Heifer is on the board, and now the Cougars with a 5-0 advantage here to start the ball game. Down to Overmeyer on the baseline. Kicks it out to Brady Wood to try to cut into the lead, and he connects from beyond the arc. Overmeyer with the assist. Miller now rolling left. Gauze going to set a kind of a partial screen to get freed up. Hands it off to Hyam. Leaving it there for Stahl, who goes to the runner up off the window, and it's good. And the Cougars with a 7-3 outburst here to start. Patrick now rolls right, goes up on top to Wood. He'll swing it left to Riffle. Swanson, good feed down into Brady Wood, and Money Heifer going to get called for the foul.
So that's going to be his first, team's first.
Number 22, Money Heifer with foul.
Patrick triggers it. He'll leave it for Brady Wood, top of the key. And he'll hand it right back to him. Overmeyer on the outside. Goes to Swanson. Patrick now in the far side corner. Now he'll try the dribble drive. Good feed to Overmeyer, but good defense to close out there by the Cougars. Too tall as it goes into the Triton's youngsters, and the Trojans turn it over. Nothing? Absolutely nothing?
Not yet. Give me a second here.
We'll get the score. We get a break here. We'll have to run down. We got to reboot this. So we'll get a scoreboard up. So 3-7.
5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Cougars with the lead. On over to Money Heifer, slings it left as he'll leave for Stahl. Works away from the screen. He'll drive the baseline, puts on the brakes, kicks it out to Gauze. Gauze, he'll drive, pull up jumper from the paint. It's up off the iron, no good. Patrick tips the rebound, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay right here with the Cougars. Lakeland Christian Academy showing exactly why, that disciplined offensive approach. No panic on defense. They've done a nice job. Triton needs to find a way to answer. Another too tall of a pass intended for Money Heifer up the floor. Goes to Riffle, 1-on-2 fast break, elevates and drops it in, and another assist to Jaden Overmeyer. Miller works left, spins. Back to Gauze, he'll drive. Overmeyer stumbles but regains to his feet. Has a three there for Hyam, is good again from the corner. That's his second three-pointer, and the Cougars now up by 7.
10.
Oh, 10 to 5.
I'm sorry, yeah.
That one over there still said 3. Riffle now goes to Overmeyer. Overmeyer drives again but kicks it outside. Jamison Swanson dials a 3. In and out. The lid is still sealed tight as Gauze gets another rebound for him here in this first quarter. Inside the halfway point, 10-5, the Cougars with the advantage. Money Heifer comes free up to the free throw line, guarded by Brady Wood. Good feed down underneath the Miller. It's up and in. Money Heifer with the rebound, or excuse me, the assist, and Triton with a timeout. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout as Jason Gross trying to refocus in his group, who came out kind of stale here to start this first quarter.
Sorry.
Kenny will run down and get that taken care of. But Abby, we haven't seen this team really get off to a slow start.
No.
You know, I mean, kind of different. You don't have Julian Swanson out there, who's kind of been the leading scorer for this group. here this season as far as your average per game, but yet someone's got to find a way to settle down and run their offense.
And saying what little we have talked about these boys and passing and everything is what you're looking for them now to be able to lift that lid is you want Groves has something for you to do. You go out and you execute to your best of ability. You have to have trust in your coach and your teammates here, and you really want to see their chemistry kind of build back together. Yes, we are full of athletes on this team, but you want to see that team chemistry kind of come back together.
And it's been just a great job as a collective by Lakeland Christian Academy, really opening up, letting their defense really feed their offensive side. We'll see what Triton can answer here coming out of this timeout, which is something they don't really use a whole lot of early thus far this season. Swanson off the handoff, goes out to Overmeyer. He's on a spot for three. Off the iron, no good. Brady Wood gets the offensive rebound, fighting with Stahl for it. It's a jump ball call, and the Cougars come away with it. Now Triton's going to turn up the pressure in the full court. I'll tell you, this Lakeland Christian Academy team doing a nice job communicating, really putting the Trojans on notice. And that Casson team down there is a very good team, and this team hung with them in that first half when they met the first ball game of the year. Overmeyer knocks it free, but Gauze able to regain control. Inside 3 minutes, 12-5 is our score. Gauze goes in the corner to Moneyheffer. The ball fake now closely guarded by Wood, tries to go backdoor. Swanson intercepts it. Down the floor, Brady Wood. One more pass, swatted away by Hyam. Moneyheffer hits the deck. I think he ran into his own player. And that kid is a tough dude. I speak from, I know him just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Some family gatherings. Checking in now will be Colton Shepard as he will check in for Moneyheffer, who gets a quick break. I talked to Jaden, of course. He is family relation to me, but we talked to him at State Fair, and he's real excited. He said, hey, they're really putting the work in. And Coach Frantz has really kind of rubbed off on this group here. They continue to build. Brady Wood pull-up jumper from the lane is up and in. Off the inbound, so trying to find some offense. But still have their work cut out for him. Stahl will attack. Goes to Miller, and they'll reset their offense. Miller receives the handoff. He'll enter the center circle. A lot of good off-ball move by the Cougars. Good backdoor cut there by Shepard, but a closeout by Brady Wood. Shepard attacks, kicks to the corner to Hyam, who's hit for 2 threes in this first quarter, leaves it for Shepard. Oh, sorry, Kenny, I forgot to unmute you.
They're just working the ball around there. Triton's just going to have to step up into those passing lanes and get something.
And Quintana will check in for Jameson Swanson. But that's something we talked about in the pregame, Kenny. As I said, this is a very patient offense. They're not in a hurry. They're just going to work their offense and look for the best shot. And thus far, it's really translated to the scoreboard. Gauze backing down and gets it knocked away by Patrick. And then Patrick showing off the active hands as Moneyheffer checks in the ball game. He'll check in for Stahl. Shepard goes to Gauze in the corner. Up on top, he goes to Hyam. Hyam, good kick out to Miller. Out to Moneyheffer. Now he'll drive into the paint. Finds Gauze in the corner. He'll drive, spins, swings it out. Brady Wood's there to intercept it. He accelerates, splits the defenders. He'll attack in the full court up and gets it to the flush down.
Use all part of that rim.
Well, if you look, that's the way the toilets go in Australia, so that one works. Now Triton down by 3. Shepard swings it left. He'll go to Gauze. Gauze kicks it out. Miller. Out to Gauze. Corner 3. Off the mark. No good. Good box out by Quintana. Riffle gets the loose ball. Patrick leaves it down for Quintana. Reverse lay-in's good. Patrick with the assist. And now a timeout for the Cougars as Triton going on a big run here.
Yeah, 6-2 run. Yep, 6-2 run here, getting it back within 1.
You know, I got to point out, Kenny, Caden wanted me to point out this ball game. You said something that I don't want you to ever say again on the broadcast last time.
God.
You may or may not have said the term that these kids like to use now, that 6-7 thing they like to say. You said it last time. We can't say that. You did on accident. Caden caught it, and he pointed it out to me at home. Oh. We can't do that again. I turn broadcasters off that say that kind of stuff. There. See, I told you I'd bring it to someone's attention.
I must have had my
Oh.
Hate it.
I'm going to come down there. I'm going to tie your hands together.
I don't even remember.
Hey, do you think it's possible to duct tape his hands to that camera so he can't do that little motion?
He already don't move fast enough. Don't take more away from him.
We better figure it out. He needs to get quicker with his feet. Well, anyways, the Cougars out of the timeout. Had to give Kenny a hard time. Caden reminded me about it all weekend. Miller now guarded by Brady Wood. Of course, Triton on that big 6-2 run, as we noted earlier. The Cougars did a nice job. They got out in front inside a minute to go. It's a 1-point ball game. Miller with the runner from the mid-range. Can't drop it in. Riffle with another defensive rebound. How many's he got?
3 so far that I've got down. Might have missed one earlier.
Riffle tried to look for that extra pass. Quintana not on the same page. And Landon Patrick will check in for Riffle, so he'll get a break. So Triton will turn it over. The Cougars have 41 seconds to go down the floor. Gauze goes to Shepard. Shepard guarded by Swanson, who got a piece of it and pick up. Oh, I thought he didn't get his dribble back. Shepard in the corner. Gauze got Overmeyer to leave his feet on a travel call as he'll take off before putting the ball on the floor. That's kind of a tough thing there. Overmeyer left his feet and
Yep. Yeah, he's seen him coming, didn't know whether to go or pause, and I think he tried to do both and got that turnover.
now Overmeyer, to note, they're in the pregame, they're at warm-ups for the JV contest, dunked it 5 times tonight.
Who?
Jaden did.
Oh my goodness.
Patrick now going to work. Kenny
Yep, it's go time. There we start going in there.
up underneath, too tall for Overmeyer, and it's a turnover by Triton. The Trojans just really forcing things on offense.
Yeah, they're trying to get that ball over the top, but they're just getting it too far out of bounds for them to even get a shot at it.
Miller with 5 seconds on the clock down the floor. Crosses the timeline, goes to Shepard. Pull-up jumper from the short corners up, in and out. Quintana tips it to Swanson, and that will do it for the first quarter. Cougars lead 12-11. This is the first time this season the Trojans have not led at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, because against NorthWood they had that pretty good lead, and then it just kind of on from there. So yeah, a little bit of a wake-up.
So we'll take a quick break back here for the second quarter right after this.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, second quarter about to get underway here in this 1-point contest as the Cougars jump down to that 12-11 lead. As the Trojans will start with the basketball. Overmeyer goes to Patrick, and they'll get things started. Zelasco in the ball game now for the Cougars. Quintana, Swanson, Overmeyer, Riffle, and Patrick the 5 as Riffle gets in the corner with the up fake. He'll drive, kicks it out. Swanson by himself. He'll dial a 3. Can't drop it in. Quintana offensive rebound. Putback is no good, and Gauze gets the defensive rebound. And Swanson comes in. Going to get called for a foul as he was trying to rip it away. Looked like he got all ball from this angle, but the official underneath saw something else.
So that's going to be his team's first for this second quarter.
So Zelasco's in for the Cougars, and Miller is out. Shepard now works it right to Zelasco here on the near side. Out to Money Heifer. They'll work it around the perimeter. Cougars showed off their patience offensively in that first quarter. And Triton's defense started to take advantage. Colton Shepard underneath, swings it outside. Hyam, who hit 2 threes, drives in a foul call on the Trojans.
That's Patrick. He's picking up his second.
Number 4, Landon Patrick, checking into the game. Number 24, Brady Wood.
So Brady Wood quickly checks in for Landon Patrick. Kind of a tough spot to be in there. Was kind of getting pushed back, kind of reached back for that basketball. I think it's where the official said he got him on the arm. Zelasco triggers it, running out of time. He'll find Shepard. Shepard quickly around the perimeter he runs. Leaves it for Gaz. Trying to more, looks like they're going to go in a little more of a zone defense. Maybe not. Man defense. It looked like zone for a moment. Gaz swings it left. Zelasco on the left wing. Scoreboard is working now, right?
Yes.
Shepard now top the key, goes to Gaz on the right wing, into Hyam in the corner. Hyam getting some separation as Gaz now takes Overmeyer off the dribble with the baseline. He slings it to Zelasco. Shepard off the second swing, off the iron, no good, and Gage Riffle gets his 4th rebound. Stahl to check in momentarily. Brady Wood will dial a 3. Good late close out there by Gaz, and Colton Shepard with the rebound. He's got Gaz down the floor, too tall, and it is a turnover there by Shepard. Stahl will check in for Hyam on behalf of Hyam. This will be interesting, you two. Who says the fouls first?
I have mentally all night been okay, Kenny's got it. So I'm not
It's fine,
tongue-tied.
'cause sometimes I'm looking down, clicking, so.
So whoever goes first.
Nicely
Quintana,
look.
good backdoor cut. And Riffle gets down an assist to Quintana, and Triton takes their first lead of the ball game. Shepard up to Stahl. He'll drive, sees a seam. Had Money Heifer backdoor, did not go to him. Gaz for 3. Money Heifer boxes out and gets the offensive rebound. He goes back up for 2. Count that one for Money Heifer. And the Cougars back out in front. Brady Wood, and now the Cougars bench making some noise for their defense. Brady Wood will attack Money Heifer, some good defense. Wood almost falls to the floor but gets rid of it in time. It's a tough spot, tough thing to do. I don't think my knees would have held up for that one. Overmeyer lost the dribble, goes to Riffle in the corner. Guarded by Zelasco. Triton's had some good ball movement, just that last pass not really making its mark where it needs to go.
They're taking a lot more time than they kind of normally have.
Another Brady Wood. Good defense by the Cougars. Overmeyer drives the baseline. Too tall on the floater, and Gaz with another rebound. Goes to Zelasco on the far side. Arnett checking in momentarily for the Trojans, and Miller's going to check back in for the Cougars. Next dead ball. As we're nearing the halfway point here of the second quarter. Shepard on the outside with a high hop set blocked by Swanson and a foul call.
So Jameson Swanson's going to pick up his second, team's 3rd. No, they haven't went in yet.
They will come in here momentarily after Shepard takes his first free throw, which is off the mark. Arnett checks in for Quintana, and Miller checks in. Blaze Hensley also checking in for Swanson, so he'll come out with those 2 fouls. I think that's a wise decision by Coach Groves. I think those are the only 2 with 2 fouls, correct? Am I correct?
Those are the only 2 with fouls, period.
Blaze Hensley can do some nice things. Of course, Doc checking in there, and Arnett. Shepard does not get a free throw to drop on that trip. Triton with the rebound to Overmeyer. The Trojans go back to work.
Free fries.
Free fries. Yeah, well. Arnett. I like this matchup of bringing him in. He has the range and those long arms. He's very good defensively as Brady Wood from the corner. Can't drop it in. Riffle gets his 5th rebound as they go to Hensley. Overmeyer lost the dribble. Somehow keeps it alive. Overmeyer tries the dribble drive, uses that size, and uses some physicality going to the 10.
Went through a little bit of contact there, but just powered right on through.
Money Heifer, corner three on the way. Can't drop it in. Arnett with the rebound. Trojans back the other way in a hurry with that 1 point lead. Brady Wood puts on the brakes. Arnett out to Blaze Hensley. He'll drive the baseline back to Doc in the corner. Riffle drives with the left hand up and in. Pretty move and a drive by Riffle.
Just that little bit of a stutter as he's going right into the lane. Got the defender to kind of hold off and went right around him.
We kind of talked pregame. Yes, he hasn't shot the ball as well as he'd like to, but he is finding another way to attack the basket.
Ooh, yep. Yeah.
I don't know. It was close.
Kind of rolled up on his foot, but
Goss will check in for Shepard. I don't know if I could get my foot planted.
Yeah.
I think my knees would have.
Brady Wood now leaves it for Arnett. Now goes to Riffle. Hyam to check in momentarily for the Cougars. Arnett falls to the floor, lost the basketball, and they'll turn it over. Triton now, I mean, they're pretty even on turnovers, but 5 Triton turnovers.
Yep, we got 5 to 6.
Team averaging. I had it and I lost it. Hyam kicks out to Zelasco. We'll use it later. Milliam goes to Zelasco on the left wing. Trying to find some space. Throws it behind Miller. He tracks it down. Miller out to Zelasco. Corner three. Off the mark. No good. Rebound Jaden Overmeyer. Brady Wood spins into the lane, and they're going to get a foul call on the Cougars.
It's going to be on Miller. That's going to be his first, team's first.
Quintana back in the ball game on behalf of Overmeyer, who gets a break. Riffle on the outside, guarded by Zelasco. Arnett back to Riffle. He's feeling it, tries a three. Can't drop it in. Arnett with the rebound, throws it back in. It's tipped, and Stahl gets the loose ball. Trojans have 36 turnovers coming into today. Team has not really turned the ball over a lot. That's last season, a team that was very good in that department.
Yeah, they've always been very disciplined there.
Gauze underneath with the jumper. Draws within 2 with that one. Bless you.
Thank you.
Riff on the left wing. Lost the dribble, but Blaze Hensley's there to clean it up. Kicks it out to Arnett. Arnett, pull-up baseline jumper. Doc gets that one on the board.
Arnett with the basket.
Puts his team back up by 3. Arnett so smooth when he shoots the basketball. About as smooth as it gets. Stahl. Goes to Miller, or excuse me, Goss, but Triton. Blaze Hensley off the weak side, tracks it down. He still has the ball. Blaze Hensley with the hop step, the left hand. It's pretty, and the teardrop drops.
Knowing where that rim's at.
That was high off the hydrant. Just that one little drop.
Yep.
Inside a minute to go. 47 seconds. Gauze kicks out. Miller, he'll try a three. Left of the mark off the rim. Zelasco with the offensive rebound. And a foul call there on the Trojans on the rebound.
So they're going to get Riffle with his first. The team's 4th.
Levi McFarland now going to check in for Arnett. Zelasco triggers it. He held it a while last time. He waits for Hyam up top of the key. Hyam splits the defenders. He's going to get held on the way to the basket, and the Trojans called for another foul. That'll be 5 team fouls.
Yep, Blaze picked up his first. But we'll have some shots going now for the Lakeland Christian.
Triton going to send a 3-player swing here momentarily. Hyam settles in. I believe this is his first trip to the line.
Yes.
Off the mark, no good with that one. Cougars as a team, 68%. Only 3 players have gotten to the line coming into tonight. That's been Stahl, Zelasco, and Shepard. Hyam, that free throw connects and finds the mark.
Yeah, not doing really great there. Just 1 of 4 for him tonight on the free throw line.
So Triton's going to potentially hold for the final shot, which is pretty customary. Jason Grove's offense.
Everybody kind of spread out and wait another good 10 seconds or so and get started at it.
When it gets close, well, Kenny, the go time's a little early this time.
They got jumped. Lakeland Christian wasn't going to let them have that extra time.
Swanson, one more pass. Riffle by himself for 3. Counted from the corner. Swanson with the assist. Now the Cougars up the floor. Gauze is going to fire one high.
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to go out of bounds. And Triton takes a 7-point lead into the halftime locker room. 24-17.
Yeah, for that second quarter scoring there, Lakeland Christian just got 5, where Triton got those 13. So we'll just throw up those team stats there. We said those free throws, Lakeland Christian not very doing. They're the best tonight, 1 of 4. Triton has not got to the line. 2-pointers, 5 of 9 compared to 9 of 12. Behind the arc, both teams shooting just 2 of 9. So putting up some attempts, just cannot get them to drop. And still fairly even on those turners, 7-6 for Lakeland. I am with 7, Moneyhofer with 4, Miller and Gauze each, and Stahl each with 2. Now just a couple guys with single fouls, so very, very disciplined on the foul side. For the Trojans, Riffle with 9, Wood with 7, Hensley, Overmeyer, Quintana, and Arnett all rounding out with 2. But then Landon Patrick and Jameson Swanson picking up those 2 fouls, having to sit out a little bit. Then Blaze Hensley and Riffle also with those single fouls.
So we'll take a break here at halftime. We'll be back for the second half right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
The Indiana High School Athletic Association is proud to present another Mental Attitude Award winner.
Every year on Thanksgiving weekend from Lucas Oil Stadium, the IHSAA and the Indianapolis Colts host the high school football state finals. This gives the student athletes from each team an opportunity of a lifetime. In Class 3A, the Cascade Cadets captured their first ever state title with an undefeated season, capping it off with a 15-point win over Fort Wayne Lures. The entire Cadets roster left Indianapolis as state champions, but one student athlete received the most distinguished award. I'm Nathaniel Finch, and this is your Class 3A Blake Rest Mental Attitude Award winner.
It's awesome. I try to be a role model to my younger teammates in this community. I have a little brother and sister, and I try to be the best person I can be. I try to trust God. If you treat people the right way, other people like you, and it's like a family, and this team's a family because we have so many seniors that love each other, and we try to support each other.
Senior Brady Trebley of Cascade, nominated by his principal and head coach for demonstrating excellence in mental attitude, scholarship, leadership, and athletic ability during his 4 years of high school. The IHSAA's executive committee then reviewed the nomination along with the best from Bishop Lures and selected Trebley as the recipient of the award. Brady Trebley ranks top 10 in his senior class and will be graduating with academic honors. A member of the National Honor Society and the IHSAA Leadership Council, Trebley volunteers as a youth football coach and helps with basketball and football camps. The Cascade quarterback has been a team captain since his freshman year.
I feel like through experience and just life happening to you, you learn some traits. So I've learned to be able to talk to younger kids and kind of adapt to situations and who I'm talking to and try to be nice to everybody, treat them with kindness.
As the school record holder for career touchdown passes, Trebley may be the best QB Cascade has ever seen. He also stars in baseball and basketball, the first ever cadet to earn a Mental Attitude Award. The community support will stick with Trebley long after his days in Hendricks County.
Yeah, everything's for the name across my chest, Cascade. This community comes together. You know, you have a lot of teams that win state, one team, one dream, all this stuff. But no, we are a community of different towns that came together. We all grew up here in this community. Being able to win this for the community at St. Cascade, it's awesome. It's awesome.
The Indianapolis Colts, the presenting sponsor of the IHSAA Football State Tournament, present a $1,000 scholarship to Cascade High School's General Scholarship Fund in the name of Brady Trebley. I'm Nathaniel Finch, and your Class 3A Mental Attitude Award winner is Brady Trebley of Cascade.
When people talk about Hoosier hysteria, they're referring to the hardwood, a packed high school gym, a roaring crowd. It's a point of pride for us all. But there's another kind of frenzy sweeping our state: vaping. About 20% of all high school students in Indiana currently vape, and the rate is growing every year. That's why the IHSAA is partnering with the state of Indiana to clear the air. Inhaling the poisons found in e-cigarettes, like arsenic, lead, and formaldehyde, can destroy your lungs. Vaping ruins lives. Go ahead, support your hometown team. Exercise those lungs of yours. Then, if anything takes your breath away, it'll be a game-winning buzzer beater. And not because you vaped.
High school sports are different, especially in Indiana, and these Hoosier student athletes couldn't agree more.
We all know the saying, in 49 states, it's just basketball, but this is Indiana.
Well, the same is true for all high school sports in Indiana, like volleyball,
and soccer, and softball, and track, and so many more.
We're passionate about high school sports in Indiana.
They're an undeniable part of our state's culture.
They're woven into the DNA of our communities.
It's what we dedicate our time to.
It's what brings us all together.
It's what we celebrate.
And as a high school student athlete, that's a pretty special environment to grow in.
Representing your school and having your entire community behind you.
Being a high school student athlete in Indiana is something we never take for granted.
And it's an experience we'll never forget either.
I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support Hoosier student athletes like these by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is who we are. This is Indiana. This is your IHSAA.
There's nothing like playing high school football under the Friday night lights.
It's where we play for the love of the game.
To have fun with our friends, with the whole town supporting us.
To battle our greatest rivals with teammates we've grown up with.
To huddle up and have each other's backs, no matter what.
Because we believe in each other and want to succeed for our teammates even more than ourselves.
11 guys fighting together for every yard, every down, every touchdown to make our school proud.
There's something special about playing for our hometown that we'll never forget, that we'll miss when it's gone.
When the stands are full and the lights are shining bright.
The crowd can't get any louder.
And you know it just doesn't get any better than this.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, celebrating the purity of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's next football game. This is for the love of the game. This is making your hometown proud. This is your IHSAA.
High school sports have a unique way of setting the tone for our entire school community. How? By demanding our very best, no matter who we are.
Every student, coach, parent, and fan has a responsibility to practice good sportsmanship at athletic events. It's on each of us to lead by example with our behavior.
The way we behave is not only a reflection of our own character, but of our schools as well. It lets everyone know this is how we do things at our school. This is what we expect. This is who we are.
So, whether you're playing, coaching, or cheering, always demonstrate integrity with your words, actions, and attitudes at our athletic events. Our school's image is up to us.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Help set the tone by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is leading by example. This is leaving a positive impression. This is your IHSAA. My days of playing basketball for North Posey High School are still some of my favorite memories. Years later, I can still remember the feeling of wearing my Vikings jersey proudly and representing my community. I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and these student athletes know how that feels.
It's an honor to represent my school and wear their name, to have the entire community rooting for my success, to contribute to my school's legacy and all the student athletes who came before me. I'm Josie Campbell, and I'm a proud Brownsburg Bulldog.
Playing high school sports gives me a sense of ownership in my school. I get the chance to have a positive impact on my school's reputation, to help carry out our traditions, and to be the best person and player I can be. I'm Jet Wolfley, and I'm a proud Terre Haute North Patriot.
Demonstrate your pride by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is promoting school spirit. This is making your community proud. This is your IHSAA. As more club and travel sports pop up every year, they often muddy the waters on what the purpose of sports should be for student athletes at this age.
But high school sports are different.
It's not about becoming the best athletes, it's about becoming the best people.
It's not about scholarships, it's about coaches mentoring you, camaraderie with your teammates, and the connection you build with your school community.
It's not about year-round training. It's about developing resilience, responsibility, and a strong work ethic for life.
It's not about what am I going to get out of this, it's about playing for something bigger than yourself, for your team, your school, and your entire community.
High school sports help us grow in ways that will serve us for the rest of our lives, not just in the game.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support what makes education-based athletics different by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing students as people. This is fulfilling a greater purpose. This is your IHSAA.
All right, second half about to get underway here from the terrace of the Trojan Trench. I'm Andy O'Hara. With me here tonight, Abby Veers, Kenny Barnhart, Caden on our sideline cameras for us here this evening. And as always, the Hall of Famer Earl Ryan are here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSAA Champions Network. As I was looking down those first half stats, Triton still found a way, 10 points off of turnovers, which is huge for them here to start that second half. I mean, getting down after that 5-0 run by the Cougars really kind of propelled, but Triton a 12-2 run there in that second quarter.
Yeah, they're just kind of, I think they probably maybe a little shell-shocked or something just coming out there with Lakeland just having that intensity on the defense, so had to get readjusted. Also, part of it, you got to look at it. You don't have Julian Swanson out there to direct traffic. So, you know, there's somebody else having to step up and get everybody in a line to get where they need to go.
And that's what you look at, Abby. You talk about slow starts for a team. This is kind of uncharacteristic for the Trojans, but they found a way to dig deep and get themselves back out in front in this ball game.
Yeah, one thing that stuck out to me, mind you, they came back in that second quarter and they were running their offense, and it put them in front graciously. But where it comes down to me is this: having such an athletic team, I'm surprised I haven't seen as much pressure and aggression on defense yet.
And that's kind of what that Lakeland Christian team really kind of doing a nice job offensively, not really giving Triton a chance to turn up that heat, if you will, to really use those turnovers to get those points off of turnovers, which is something that they like to do, is let that defense feed the offense. Overmeyer, who got the steal moments ago, kicks it out to Swanson. Good backdoor cut. Brady Wood on the baseline, and Swanson, showtime, drops it in for the assist.
That's that chemistry that I was talking about in the beginning. We're starting to see it come back slowly here.
And Jamison Swanson, a talented passer. He can score, but the lights are on. Showtime is a go. Miller goes to Hyam here on the left wing, works away from the screen. He'll drive the baseline, scoops it up, but can't drop it in. And Riffle picks up his 6th rebound, leading all players, I believe, in rebounds here in this ball game. Swanson dials a 3. Can't drop it in. Miller gets the board for the Cougars. Now he does. 6-5. Gauze is the other one, has those 5 rebounds. Stahl fights through. Money Heifer changes sides. He'll get it up top of the key. Works it left to Hyam. Hyam uses the screen. Back door's closed. Swings it out right to Money Heifer. Money Heifer now scanning. Has the ball for a long time. Falls down as the old man ran into him. Overmeyer, the Trojans in transition. Swanson, Brady Wood goes up, boxes out, and drops it in. So physical at the point of attack. Patrick, got to be careful of those 2 fouls. And a timeout for the Cougars.
Quick one here.
See what it is.
Full.
Be a full timeout. I haven't marked it down. Which one? How many is that for everybody?
Triton's had 1.
Yeah, they had that one. Yeah, they had that 1 30-second there when it's starting to
Gotcha.
get pulled away there in that first quarter.
Did I mess with this?
No, I got it turned off.
Okay.
Yep.
I knew you were coming, so I turned it off ahead of time. You can't turn things on and let Abby near him because she likes to prematurely turn the
pressing thing.
presses the button.
How many pencils have we lost?
None. I haven't dropped anything.
And she's behaved with the eraser tonight, so that's she's not allowed to. She's not allowed to. I get her nice things and she does that. Now
it's like my new clicker, my pen clicker.
So we gave her pencil so we can stop the clicking, and then I gave her eraser that clicks. But another decent crowd here tonight for the Trojans. A good number of the nice student section yet again for this group. Lakeland Christian Academy, some filling on their side. There's Caitlin. Caitlin's showed up. Off of
practice
softball workouts.
Oh, goodness, already?
Well, yeah, you got to get ready.
Got to get ready.
You don't just, you got to work on your sport all year long.
You don't just show up the day before.
We all can't be mean to show up.
I was going to say I may have, but that's because volleyball ended. Basketball was the day after.
Yeah.
So I may have.
Well, hey, at least you're honest about it. So now the Cougars go to work, go to Stahl out of the timeout. Gauze underneath, goes the hook shot. Can't drop it in. Riffle with his 7th rebound. 9 points, 7 rebounds for the Triton senior. Patrick scans the offense. Works it left. Nice. Backdoor to Riffle. He goes up, drops it in. Patrick locks it down with that one with another assist for him. That's his 2nd assist. And Riffle now in double digits on points here this evening. Money Heifer looks for Gauze in the paint. Gauze spinning, good move underneath, goes up and drops it in the bucket.
I just knew get the defender away from that lane to get enough room to maneuver.
Gauze has shown off some good fancy footwork. Just haven't got him to really drop in. That's only his 2nd made field goal. Overmeyer, he'll penetrate, kicks it out. Riffle dials a 3. Can't drop it in. Rebound, Jaden Overmeyer. Swanson, he'll try one. Count that one. Showtime for 3. Overmeyer with the assist. That's his 3rd assist.
Yep.
Stahl takes off, stops in the corner off the baseline. Looking for help, trying to pivot around. Riffle really pressuring the basketball. Stahl has to hand it off to Gauze, who's in the corner. Now to Hyam. Hyam, he'll penetrate. Puts on the brakes. Out to Money Heifer in the short corner. Gauze now a little drive. Another good spin move. Pull-up jumper on the way. Off the rebound. Swatted by Stahl. Overmeyer with the defensive board. Patrick hands it off to Swanson. Back to Patrick. He'll drive the baseline. He'll go up and he will draw the foul. Foul's on the floor, so didn't get a look.
Yep, clear out here. So Hyam's going to pick up his team's first.
And now Shepard and Zalaska will check in on behalf of Money Heifer and Hyam. So Neal Frantz changing up his offense, or changing up his defense rather. Overmeyer back to Patrick. Patrick, Brady Wood by himself underneath, goes up with that one and drops it in. Zalasko was there late, and another timeout for the Cougars.
It looks like a full timeout, I believe.
Full timeout.
Yep.
Heard him on here. Of course, throw up that schedule, as we said.
Well, we usually do that at the end of the 3rd.
Oh, you're going to do it? Well, I was just trying to.
We're not going to do any more commercials tonight.
Okay, well, no more commercial. What, you didn't do a commercial earlier?
Yeah, we played the 1 minute of required commercials.
Yeah, we got all the commercials done early.
Oh, we did commissioner. So we've done all those things to keep us out of trouble.
Have to make more new commercials.
That means you need to start recording commercials. I don't know. I don't know.
I can't believe when you start putting me in charge of technology.
I haven't.
Well, not to me.
You're going to be doing this eventually.
We haven't went that far yet.
Well, we got to get it working on my computer before you can do it, but it's okay.
There's a few bugs here and there. We're still.
I have an idea what she can sell, but it's not school appropriate.
Oh my goodness. Well, she has absolutely hairstyles.
That's exactly what. Absolute.
Does it involve manure?
No.
They have livestock.
Absolute.
Oh, okay. I follow you. Oh, wow. Orion's, them one-liners.
Zingers.
And here's that pressure Abby wanted to see there.
Yes.
And now Ref are going to pressure Stahl. They're going to try to speed up the Cougars out of the timeout. They handle the pressure, but Stahl in a hurry leaves it for Zalasko. Quintana to check in momentarily, and Stahl will knocked out by Riffle. And now Quintana's in the ball game. He'll check in for Jaden Overmeyer.
For the Trojans, number 14, Isaac Quintana.
And now Zalasko. Leaves it for Stahl. Stahl drives, stops on the baseline. Kind of double pumps there, gets his own rebound. Finds Gauze cutting to the basket. He'll drop it in. Stahl with the assist. Swanson hands it to Patrick. He'll try the dribble drive in a hurry. Into the riffle in the corner. He'll try it. Short of the mark. Doesn't connect with that one. Stahl with another rebound. This time defensively, and Jameson Swanson really trying to knock it free. Tries doing everything they can to really hurry up this Cougar offense. Thus far, it's worked with an 11-4 scoring outburst by the Trojans here in this third quarter. So we're inside the halfway point. Miller on the right wing. Feeds it down into Shepard. Shepard pull-up jumper from the baseline is good from the right block.
Shepard.
Patrick directing traffic. Leaves it for Brady Wood, top of the key. Right back to Swanson. He'll try another three. Can't get that one to drop in. Stahl with another rebound for the Cougars here in this third quarter. That is Shepard. Let the offense take shape.
Oop.
And Miller will throw it away. Zalaska will just kind of let it go. And a turnover for the Cougars.
Yep, a little miscommunication where somebody was going to start heading.
And the turnovers are starting to really stack up here for the Cougars. Now up to 11 by our count. And yep. Patrick stopped with both feet and couldn't stop his momentum without stepping over. Kind of a rare mental mistake for Landon Patrick. Already had 3 points of contact across.
Yep.
Miller.
Now you watch him. Patrick is going to try to get that ball back to make up for that.
Oh, he will. He's one of those guys that once the mistake is there, he'll fix the mistake and then he's going to one-up it. And they're just about had that one. Those long arms. Right. Oh, and a reach-in foul.
I'll put him with 3.
The Trojans' first one in this second half.
And Jason Grove's going to let the Triton senior work through. I think that's a good call. Zalasko triggers the inbound from the sideline. Miller goes to Zalasko on the right wing. With the ball fake up on top to Gauze. Now to Miller. Miller lost the basketball. Shepard's there to clean it up. Stops on the baseline. Throws it away to Zalasko. And the Cougars will turn it over. Now Patrick calls out the offensive set. Sets the table for the offense as he crosses the timeline. Brady Wood backs down the left block. Fadeaway jumper off the window. Banks open for Brady Buckets.
Gets him up leading all scorers with 15.
Riffle kicks it back to Patrick. Off the interception, back to Riffle. In the corner, he'll dial a 3. And a foul call underneath on the Cougars. Might be on Gauze given his reaction.
Yeah, it is. I think he was kind of hooking, pushing.
Only his first.
And Hyam checks in for Miller. Brady Wood receives the inbound, hands it back to Patrick. Quickly into Quintana. Back to Brady Wood. Steps back, three-pointer on the way. Brady buckets again, back-to-back baskets on 2 possessions for the Trojans. And the Triton hits the 40-point mark. Zalasko drives from the elbow, kicks it out to Gauze. He'll fire a 3, contested, can't drop it in, off the head of Zalasko, and Swanson's there to get the rebound. Swanson out to Patrick straight away. Now Swanson uses the screen. Brady Wood will attack again with through contact. Brady buckets 3 possessions. And what is that? 7 points?
Yep, 20.
3 possessions?
Yep, and 20 points for him.
Look at Gage Riffle trying to intercept the second one. It's a fight for the jump ball, and the Trojans force the turnover. You kind of felt this group, came out flat, but then found a way, Abby. That's a tough thing to teach a group, to hold your composure, especially when you're down and things aren't working the way you want them to.
Yes, and you're coming off of a devastating loss against Northwood. You kind of saw them kind of carrying that over just the slightest bit, but then Groves taking that 30-second timeout very early, which is not what we see very often, kind of riled these guys back in, and they came out mainly in that second quarter and went to business.
Patrick with the hop step up, banks open for lockdown. Landon Patrick, he's on the board. And there's Riffle, knocks into the cheerleaders. Hey, you got to be ready. Beware of flying objects. I believe that's something they say in baseball games.
Yep.
We are not responsible if you're looking at your phone and get hit by a baseball. I heard that at a Cardinals game. Shepard up the floor, and Patrick knocks it away. Shepard regains control. Moneyheffer back in the ball game, missed that substitution. Zalaska with the runner, short of the mark, knocked away, and Brady Wood's going to let it go out of bounds. The Trojans take over. The Cougars have done a lot of nice things, but Triton just kind of showed a little bit more of how well this team has played together for so long. But the Cougars have done some nice things here tonight.
Yes, and the Cougars here, when they came out, you saw them. They executed their offense. They took their time on defense, making sure they were in the right spots. Triton coming out here with just that little amount of pressure that they have, and it has continued to grow and grow, has really forced the turnovers on Cougar side in full advantage for themselves.
Inside go time, as Kenny likes to say, too tall for Riffle, but it goes out of bounds. You know, the Cougars have a tough stretch coming up. I mean, Triton, Elkhart Christian, South Central, and Bethany Christian before their tournament there around Christmas time. That's a tough four-game schedule, at least for them. Two of those 4 games are at home.
There's going to be a long pass.
And look at Riffle intercepting it like he did during football. Clock is not running.
Yep.
Oh, dang it.
Riffle will fire it, cannot drop it in, but that's going to be the end of the third quarter because the clock did not start.
Yep.
And they understood.
Yep.
They said, yeah, no.
So as Orion noted, after Triton puts up 20 points in that third quarter, they lead 44-23. Now the schedule's up. Of course, go ahead.
Back home Friday night here against Pioneer. Is that their first game?
Yes.
Yep.
Because they went to
state football.
Yep.
Then Bethany, is that next Tuesday?
That's a week from the night.
Yep.
And then
we got to go to Winnemac on Friday.
Yep.
That finishes out 2025.
Then they'll open 2026 against LaVille.
Yep.
Here at the Trench.
And then I think tomorrow is the bi-county draw.
Is the bi-county draw.
So that'll be interesting to find out where that all materializes.
I'll tell you what, you got to give Vinny Prater and his student section props. They are really showing up. You got to give I'm telling you, I love the enthusiasm. Oh, golly.
Ow.
Who's down there with Vinny? I didn't see who that was.
McKenna Veland.
Okay.
She's got her own sense of energy, too. Those two leading it made perfect sense.
I'll say both of them have the same length of hair as well. Vinny just has a mustache. It's a great mustache, too. I'm just saying. The man's facial hair is on point.
Here, his favorite thing now is he gets to curl it. He doesn't let it go into it. He handlebars it.
Oh,
he bought specific stuff to handlebar his mustache.
Oh, Lord, we're going to have a conversation. And Taryn Meister's in there with – is she in charge of the student section tonight?
I have no idea.
Is she the parent on duty?
She's the one they'll listen to. You don't go against Mama Taryn here. If
she
tells you to do something, they're on it.
I know better than Miss Taryn. So Zelasco and the Cougars will start with the basketball here. Moneyheffer caught by the double team in the corner. Swanson fighting for it. Moneyheffer gets rid of it to Shepard. Outside goes to Hyam. Hyam dials a 3. He hit 2 earlier. Can't drop the third one in. And Quintana could not get the rebound in time. Ran out of real estate there on the baseline. Of course, you appreciate Abby stepping in tonight.
Be back tomorrow night, too.
Well, unfortunately, we're not calling tomorrow night, but Shepard.
Yep, you told me that.
Quintana throws it, but it goes off the foot of Moneyheffer. But no, tomorrow night's game with the weather and with everything going on, I'm going to go record. But we'll see what happens there.
If it does take place.
If it does take place. And, of course, we'll be back here for the girls on Saturday. Riffle goes up, banks open.
Gets him up 13 points this evening.
It's good to, like we talked on that pregame, he needs that one game to kind of get the confidence back, and you're starting to see Riffle find out other ways to contribute, and tonight it's really kind of using that confidence, so it's contributing to the scoreboard.
That's the one thing I noticed is, like, he's one of our main beyond the arc shooters. He has great percentage in that, like you said. He's kind of had a little dry spot, but seeing him tonight with his rebounds and finding the holes in the lane and getting there and the assist and everything, he's finding all these different ways to get ready for to get there for his team.
Gauze dials a three straight away, and the line drive shot drops in from beyond the arc. And Riffle only 3 rebounds shy of a double-double here tonight. Brady Wood now will sling it to Riffle. On over to Patrick. Around the world they go. Riffle, dribble drive, good hop step, kicks it out to Brady Wood. He'll dial a 3 from the corner. Can't drop it in. Gauze tips the rebound, and he gets it. Slings it to Zalasko, and there's Riffle to intercept it, and he gets it back into play. Nice job by him to go for broke and keep it alive. Swanson puts on the brakes. Stops on a dime, made 9 cents change as he leaves it for Patrick. One more pass. Quintana, it's good. Good ball movement and recovery by Swanson. Colton Large going to check in momentarily. Miller and Stahl will check in for the Cougars next head ball. Gauze now with it. Overmeyer's going to check in next head ball as well. Gauze on the elbow, guarded by Quintana. Really getting harassed by that Triton defense. Swanson knocks out a ball. Going to get a reach-in foul on the wraparound steal attempt.
And that will be his 3rd.
Fouls on number 5, Jameson Swanson checking in for the Cougars, number 32, Isaiah Stahl.
So Large, McFarland, and Overmeyer checking on behalf of Riffle, Quintana, and Brady Wood. Stahl and Miller checking in for Zalasko and Shepard. Money Heifer calls for on the right wing, guarded by McFarland. Hyam with the left hand goes up, and he's fouled on the way to the basket. See who this is on.
Ooh. Foul is going to be on Jamian Swanson as he picks up his 4th with back-to-back fouls.
So Swanson picks up that one. Hyam back to the line. He was there earlier. Tickles the twine on the first. Hyam settles in. Second free throw on the way. Cannot find the mark. Overmeyer with another rebound, and the Trojans go back to work. Patrick casually brings it up the floor. They'll try the dribble drive, leaves it down, and Overmeyer reverse land. Oh, the rim denies it. And Gauze with another rebound. He's got 6. Pull-up jumper for Hyam. Finds the mark. Patrick up to McFarland on the right wing. Pushes it back to Colton Lars, down to Overmeyer.
Yeah, Overmeyer's just
a little bit shaken up.
I thought when he got up to go in, he wasn't best on his feet.
I think on that block attempt, he kind of came down awkwardly earlier in the ball game. And Erickson, take a look.
Gets over there eventually.
Paid by the hour, you don't have to be in a hurry. Patrick alley-oop to Quintana, too tall. It's all.
That's so bad.
Quintana got up there.
Yep.
Just a tad too tall. Gauze works it left, guarded by Quintana, hands it to Stahl, now to Miller. Money Heifer curls down out to the far side corner. Out of Stahl. Colton Large picks him up. Stahl driving angrily to the basket, banks open. He steals 2 points there. McFarland up on top to Colton Large. Patrick scanning the floor. Trying to direct traffic. Miller to threaten the basketball. McFarland to Colton Large. Now to Patrick in the corner. Halfway point here in this fourth quarter. Trojans lead 48-31. Swanson with the up fake. Feeds it down to Colton Large. Big man goes up, blocked by Gauze. Stahl puts on the brakes. He's got Money Heifer in the corner. He'll drive the baseline. Money Heifer slings it to the near side corner off the leg of Hyam.
Close.
And Colton Large intercepts that one, but Stahl takes it back away. Shades of Monday Night Football. Fumble.
Yeah.
Someone's got to come up with it. That's what happened last night. The rare 3-turnover possession. Hyam goes to Gauze, top of the key. He'll try the drive. Back to Miller. Tries to leave it for Gauze, but Quintana knocks it away. Miscommunication, and Brady Wood and Gage Riffle check in on behalf of McFarland and Colton Large. And Jorge Gerber will now check in. He had some nice moments in that JV contest. Colton Shepard going to quickly check in as well. He'll check in for Miller. Anybody else? Just making sure.
Yep. Hey, let some people get some time.
Just making sure we're not. I just didn't know if we were still waiting. Money Heifer receives the inbound. He's fouled there on the baseline.
That's going to be on
Brady Wood.
Brady Wood. It's going to be his first. Team's third.
Fouls on number 24, Brady Wood.
Jason Gross telling his group they need to show some room down there in that baseline. Knocked away by Riffle. He gets the steal. Riffle attacks in the full court, goes up, banks open. The mailman steals and delivers another basket to the scoreboard for the Trojans. I believe he has 15 now.
Yep, 15 points.
15 points, 7 rebounds for the Triton senior tonight. Gerber with it. Now is going to leave it for Shepard off the screen. Quintana denies the inlet pass to the paint. Oh, and got Quintana, they say, got him with the body.
Yep, so Quintana's going to pick up his first, team's fourth.
So Shepard triggers it, sends it in motion as Gauze goes to Hyam. He'll try the dribble drive, good feed down underneath, but there's Quintana to jump the passing lane. Another Triton steal here this evening. Patrick top of the key, goes to Jamison Swanson. He'll dial a three, off the mark, no good. Jade Money Heifer rips down the rebound. Back to Money Heifer on the right wing. He scans, leaves it on top for Hyam. Hyam on the right wing. He'll try the dribble penetration with the left hand off the window, no good. And a foul call from the far side official. So he'll go to the line for two.
He's gone.
So Jamison's going to pick up his fifth.
And Jason Groves kind of in disbelief.
Where did that
have to throw a substitution
come
in.
from?
And he'll send in Blaze. He goes, well, who do I pull in? So Blaze will check in as Jameson Swanson is done for the night with those 5 fouls. Stahl will now check in for I believe he's going to check in for Gauze. I'm surprised they let him substitute in because he has to have a free throw attempt before they can really substitute. At least I thought that's how it works.
Yeah, the Triton had to do the.
Yeah, they had to.
They have to.
Now the student section, Charlie Worsham and company trying to make some noise across there as Hyam drops that one in the bucket.
He's leading Lakeland with 11.
He had those 2 big threes early on there to kind of propel that run for the Cougars in that first quarter. Here comes the platoon swap. Hyam off the front iron, drops that one in. 4-player swing. Colton Large, Arnett, Max Johnson, and Levi McFarland check in on behalf of Patrick Wood, Quintana, and Riffle. Platoon swap, Abby. Since you never remember what it's called.
I said it before you did, but then I didn't know because Blaze was already in there.
Okay, yeah, well, still it's a platoon. It's almost an entire platoon.
Yeah, Riffle came out.
It's an 80% swap. Blaze Hensley in the corner up on top to Arnett. Kicks it out high to Hensley. Regains control. Money Heifer picks him up. Colton Large goes to Arnett. Blaze Hensley trying to get freed up off the screen. Set by McFarland. Large hands it off to Doc. He'll dial a three. Short of the mark. Colton Large cleans it up underneath. Goes up with a contested, and he will go to the line for 2.
So Stahl's going to pick up his team's first. Now, can you believe this is Triton's first attempt at a free throw this evening?
Are you serious?
I thought so. Cause
you are right.
We've been cleared. Oh.
It didn't drop in. Also, I'm going to have to go dig in the stats here real quick. Now, I know last game. So the first game they got there for 20 attempts as that one knocked out of bounds by Money Heifer. But the last two games, 13 attempts combined. They're 8 of 13 in their last two games. So Whetstone will check in. Jordan, want to try the first name again? Butchered it. Straight up butchered it in the JV contest. Zariah. Arnett dials a three. Doc is good from the corner. As he'll prescribe his second basket of the night. Inside a minute and a half to go. Stahl drives in the lane with the runner. Blocked by Doc. Hensley back the other way with the right hand up. No good. Contested. He gets his own. Oh, it goes off of, or just say went off of Shepard. So the Trojans hang on. But Jaden Arnett, he led the team in blocks as a freshman on the JV team and showing off those long arms here in this one. Max Johnson hands it to Arnett. He'll dial another three. Doc again from beyond the arc.
8 quick points for him.
6 in the last 2 possessions. Good feet underneath. Good ball move by the Cougars. Shepard for 3. Oh, can't flush it down. Levi McFarland with the rebound.
Somebody's trying to get open.
Arnett again. Can't drop that one in. And Triton will win the jump ball rebound. Possession arrow belongs to the Trojans.
They're yelling for somebody.
They're yelling for Doc to keep heating up. Back to Doc again. Colton Large, he'll try the dribble drive. Hensley, he'll attack, lost the basketball. Stahl goes up the floor. Stahl with the runner, off the iron, no good. Tipped around, Max Johnson gets the rebound. And that is going to do it. Trojans are going to pick up a win here tonight to improve to 3-1 on the year. 56-33 will be the final score here for this group. I like it. It's coordinated down there. So stay tuned for post game. Of course, Kenny will get the stats. I will go down and get interviews if Abby doesn't hit the button.
Not touching it.
Is it even on?
It will be now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm backing up.
I'll go get that.
So Lakeland Christian 4 of 8. Triton, just their 2 attempts, did not get either one of those to drop. On the 2-pointers, 10 of 22 compared to 19 of 26. Behind the arc, Lakeland Christian 3 of 12 compared to 6 of 21 and 19 of 10 on that turnover count. For Lakeland Christian, Hyam with 12, Gauze with 9, Moneyhoffer with 4, Stahl with 4, Shepard and Miller each finished it out with 2. For the Trojans, Wood there with 20, Riffle with 15, Jaden Arnett with 8, Quintana 4, Swanson 3, and Hensley, Patrick, and Overmeyer finish it out with 2. So stay tuned here. We're going to get around here and get set up and have an interview here hopefully shortly.
Now we're joined by 2 underclassmen. I guess you're an upperclassman now, Blaze. Coming in tonight, I mean, getting some JV time, but yet the varsity minutes, how important are those tonight for you to kind of get up to speed on the varsity level?
It's good to develop and just get out there and play with them to see what it's like for next year, you know, because we're losing a lot of seniors, so it'll be good for next year.
Well, they're going to be calling your number a lot next year. I mean, what's it like? I mean, yes, you've played a lot more JV minutes, but what's it like? Because, I mean, you've played really well and you've really kind of developed. What's it like for you to, you know, maybe you're not playing a lot of varsity minutes, but yet you're still finding a way to contribute to this team?
Yeah, just getting up off the bench, cheering them on, and I don't know, just
putting the work.
Yeah.
Just putting the work in. And Doc, you come in. I had to use it 3 times tonight because, I mean, prescribing 8 points to the scoreboard was big for you tonight. What's it like to get those minutes here on the varsity level and put some points up?
I mean, it means a lot, just coming out here and just kicking butt.
Well, and for you, I mean, again, a big block here in the varsity level. I mean, you led the team in blocks for the JV last year as a freshman. How important are those long arms? Are you that you get out there and get a hand on the ball?
A lot.
And for you, you're a kid that likes to put the work on outside of basketball. You put in a lot of work with your dad and your brothers and with everybody. You're putting the work in. Why is that important to put that work in the off season?
To get better in season.
And for you, Blaze, I know you put a lot of work in. Of course, you play tennis as well. But what's it like that? How important is like these Triton youngsters that are watching you guys to put in that work?
Oh, it means a lot. You'll be ahead. It helps. Other sports obviously contribute. Like, it just helps.
And for you being a two-sport player, I mean, that's important as well because, I mean, that tennis does translate to basketball as far as the footwork goes. How do you kind of combine the two? Do you work on both at the same time?
No, mainly basketball, but the footwork is a big thing. Being your agility, getting up and down the court fast, and just moving, it matters.
Well, since you guys play both JV and varsity, I'm going to ask the question. Coach walked away. So which coach do you guys prefer to kind of work with? Is it Coach O or is it Coach Groves?
No comment.
Well, hey, the smart move there, Jaden. Blaze, you're put on the spot. You're going to go no comment to her. You're going to be brave here.
Groves.
Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll see if we get coaches over there. So momentarily we'll get him over here. I had to ask the question. All right, Coach. So tonight your team got off to a slow start, and they found a way to kill their composure and get back in the ball game. As a coach, seeing a team that gets down, they found a way to pick themselves up.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that was going to be like that. They're a good team. They play hard. They play defense. They move the ball well. We talked to our kids about that. But yeah, and I said, don't panic. They're a good basketball team. They're a varsity basketball team and do a lot of good things. And so you're just going to have to work for it. And I thought, it kind of got off to a slow start. But, I like the way we responded, kind of, just gradually working our way back in it. We weren't trying too much, I don't think, to get it all at once. That's why I talked to him about it. It's going to be a gradual thing. And so it was nice to see a lot of different guys step up.
And we saw Gage Riffle, yes, obviously known for his shooting, put up 15 points tonight, but yet 7 rebounds for him, 6 on the defensive side. That was a big thing for him tonight, getting those rebounds.
Definitely. That's one thing we talked about with Gage is, try to, when you're struggling shooting the ball, try to make winning plays for us other ways. I talked to him about rebounding. I think he had 7 deflections tonight. That probably is not on that stat sheet, but Coach Shorey keeps that. He has 7 deflections. He got involved that way, got layups. That's what you need to do when you're struggling shooting the ball is just find other ways to help the team win. And the shots are going to come eventually just with game experience and just working at it and getting better. But, proud of him. I'm glad he had that game tonight.
Another guy that kind of came off the bench and did a great job. I guess he didn't come off the bench, but Jaden Arnett came in and provided some valuable minutes, and a lot of those JV players really stepped up in a spot here in varsity tonight and did a good job.
Yeah, definitely. We were a player short anyway, and then we had some foul trouble early. And, we trust those guys. They came in and did a nice job taking care of the ball. I thought they moved the ball better than our first group did. They swung it. They were making quicker decisions. We talk about in practice making 1-second decisions. We kind of been trying to get them to move the ball a little bit quicker with that. And we actually literally been counting when they get the ball to try to get them to make quicker decisions. That group did that. They were kicking, swinging, attacking, reacting. It was nice to see that. Those guys come in and get some time and respond well, play well.
One of my favorite stats is the points off turnovers, 25 tonight to 4. I mean, they really let that defense feed the offensive side, and when that kind of happens, you kind of see this team just relax and just turn up the heat.
Yeah, definitely. You're not always going to hit shots. Tonight I don't think our shooting was that great, was it? I don't even know what our three-point shooting was. I know Jaden hit some ones, and 2 of those were Jaden's late. So, not a very good percentage there, but, your defense is something that's going to be constant and consistent. And so you can control that each and every night, and that's what the guys have to control. We're just trying to teach them, how to guard, in certain situations, how to guard certain players. And, with the new guys, that's going to take time, So we got to, you think about it, we have Julian, Landon, Gage, who played a lot of basketball last year. Jaden, Isaac played some, not a ton. Jamison did not play varsity basketball last year very much. So, these guys are still learning how to guard, how we do things, and it's going to be a process, but I like where we're headed. We just got to keep getting better each and every day.
Which is still early in the season for these guys continuing to grow. I mean, now is the time to figure those things out than later in the year. Now you got a game against Pioneer on Friday and then 2 really tough games next week as well. What's the message for these guys going into those next 3 games before the end of the year?
I think it's just a consistency with our approach. I think we got to be consistent in practice every day, how we approach and how we play defense and how we communicate and all those things. And I think if we do that, the wins, losses, who we're playing is going to take care of ourselves. But we just got to prepare ourselves and get ourselves right. And so, that's kind of what we're looking at. We definitely have a conference game coming here Friday, and then tough schedule next week for sure. We got to get better in a hurry here. So not a lot of practices to do it.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win. Triton improves to 3-1 on the year. Thank you, everyone, for watching here tonight. And as always, remember the Trojan way.